So the next one is AJ Styles a headliner or is he a mid-card talent?
So you asked me this question.
I did.
During
the
Raw.
thing, because I literally...
You leaned over to me and asked me this question.
Made no sense. I didn't know.
And my initial answer to you was, hell no, he's not a mid-carder. AJ Styles, a mid-carder? And then, like I sat with it a minute, I was like, oh, fuck. Like, is he a mid-carder? He's in the middle of the card almost every week. Mm-hmm. And I think what then you led me to like a philosophical kind of journey that I did later on in the night. And it was, I got to define what a mid-carder is. What exactly is a mid-card? Is it a guy who's consistently in the middle of the show? Is that really what we define a mid-carder? Or is it a guy that we know can never be the main event? Like, we give the term mid-carder a negative connotation, but every company needs solid mid-card guys. And is a main event guy just a guy who's constantly either opening and closing the show? If that's the case, then WWE only has like 3 main event caliber people. If we're going to call mid-carder guys who are only in the middle of the card and don't main event the show, then you've got to throw The Miz, AJ Styles, even Kevin Owens has to be thrown into that. And WWE has so much talent on the roster. Every time I go to WWE.com and I scroll down, there's so much talent there. And the problem is, I think that in WWE, you can't define people as mid-card or main event caliber talent. You really have to do it more of like tiers of talent. You have your big time boys, like your top dogs, which are like Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and then kind of on the fringe of that in the men's side is like Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley. Mm-hmm. Becky and Charlotte are definitely main event, like top tier, always the big feature, right? Mm-hmm. But then you have tier 2 guys. And tier 2 guys, I'm not ready to call them mid-card. Because I don't think they're mid. I just think they're guys who aren't constant main eventers. When you talk about guys like Kevin Owens isn't a mid-card guy. Kevin Owens is like, he can main event at any time and you're excited about it. AJ Styles is the same way. AJ can main event a show and I'm excited. I'm hyped up for it. The Usos, right? I don't know that the Usos are the main feature of WWE, but they've main evented plenty of shows and I've been perfect. The SmackDown we went to, they were the main event. And I was perfectly fine with that. Yeah. And I think Riddle and Bianca Belair are also in that echelon, possibly right on the edge of moving up to top tier. But I think that it's only fair to take like those top 2 tiers and say, those are all main event players. They're not mid-carders. So to answer the question, I'm not ready to put AJ Styles as a mid-card wrestler. He's a guy that at any point in time, if they elevate him in a story to the main card, to the main event, I'm okay, right? The Miz, I'm okay. Kevin Owens, I'm okay. I'm not confused. You put Los Lotharios in the main event and I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here? I didn't pay for this. This isn't what I paid for, right?
True.
So I think like the Los Lotharios are mid-card wrestlers. They're guys that are middle of the pack, right? I mean, even New Day, like Kofi and Xavier feel more mid-card than guys like AJ Styles, Edge, Riddle, Bianca Belair. So I'm not ready. I'm not ready to make AJ Styles a mid-card. I think he's hanging on the fringe. Mm-hmm. And I think even like Finn Balor, maybe the line between AJ Styles and Finn Balor may be like that fine line of mid-card. But I'm not going to do it.
Okay. I mean, that's interesting because I would say, in my opinion, I think he's a mid-carder. But,
gotcha.